Batia is a song about an ancient country. It used to be a myth until I think 1910 when it was finally discovered and turned out to be reality about a nation which was probably the first democracy in the world, like 3,500 years ago. And it used to be somewhere in the area of Jordan, today's Israel. That's where you can find it. And the metropole is called Petra. And because it was probably the only country which never brought war to other countries, I thought it's a great story to tell in a song. World of War. A very, very fast, very complicated, very high-pitched song. I think the title would say it more or less all, World of War, in a very negative way. We really don't like war. And it more or less talks about this theme, how today's world is actually still handling the subject as if it would be more or less business. And if you look at it, nobody actually gives a shit about if there are like casualties or if people have to die. When it's because of money, when it's for money, everything seems to be good enough. So kill for money.
And the Nabatea fellows, they didn't like war.
No,
you know.
That's the actual.
So that fits the concept somehow.
True. That's the contrarism. That would be the opposite. True. Live Now is a funny story actually. This was a song more or less a pop metal song, and Sasha listened to the song and he liked it, but it would not fit on, or would not have fit on an Helloween album. So Sasha kind of ran over it and made it a bit more modern, a bit more Helloween. Still, it's not in the typical vibe of Helloween, but at least it fits perfectly on the new album. And because we wanted to have a more or less positive vibe on this album, because probably we survived 2012, I think the message is quite cool. Live Now. That we will never
understand. Far from the Stars is an idea of living and, you know, where you have something you can believe in. Either it's a religion or at least you believe in something that keeps you going on in life. And in my imagination there's something where human imagination kind of stops. You know, there must be something else far from what we really know, and that's actually the basic idea. If you really get a strong belief, you will survive even 2012.
Burning Sun is a track about, you may say, some kind of lunatic or some dreamy guy who's just dreaming of stars and the sun, and actually if he could, he would rather leave his normal common life that he has right now, where he's kind of like out of society anyways, because he doesn't talk to anyone. He's just in his dreams, like up in a cloud, and he just wants to be a spaceship captain and steer the ship to the sun, just to go there close to it, watching it, you know. That's basically...
It's gonna be a pretty harsh place, isn't it?
And the first thing to it was, you know, I was taking a shower, you know, which is not so rare as people may think. And then, you know, there was that melody, and actually I had to go downstairs, and so then I had to fire up the computer and go like, I got to record this melody somehow, because I'm going to forget it. Or maybe not, or maybe I do it now.
It's gone with the water.
Waiting for the thunder, waiting for the pain, waiting for the rain.
Waiting for the Thunder. This is a typical piano idea I had, actually, by the way, in the Seychelles. So you would not actually come up with the idea that you write rock or metal themes in the Seychelles, but I was very drunk with the Takamaka rum. So this is a coconut rum, and when you yeah, and it's really great. And whenever I'm in the Seychelles, I come up with stupid melodies. So yeah, but nevertheless, waiting for the Thunder is about a guy he knows exactly that he did wrong, and actually he doesn't give a shit about it. He just waits until the punishment is coming. And me personally, I know it. Sometimes I'm that guy who says, so what? I'm just gonna do it, though I know that there will be punishment later on. You just go for it because it's you. Yeah.
No matter where, I'll follow you. Don't make me go.
When I heard Hold Me in Your Arms in the demo version, I was just like getting goosebumps, and then I thought it's like a killer track to have on the album in between all those fast and speedy and heavy tracks. I thought it's gonna be very, very relaxing, and it makes a lot of fun having a track like this on the album. It's just a killer track, I guess.
Super nice ballad and great melodies. For me, a bit unusual to sing because it's very low. So if
You
we
sound good that way.
Thank you. Yeah. So if we ever do that one on stage, I think this will be the first tune we have to tune up.
Money can buy. He says, I don't wanna be an angel. I wanna be God.
Yeah, Wanna Be God. This was another stupid Seychelles idea, actually, because they were, I think, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. They were having their Sega rhythms going on at the beach. Sega rhythms are kind of Creole rhythms.
It's like a wake-up call.
Yeah, somehow. And they do a party there. They're dancing and grilling, barbecuing.
It's nice to start the day with a party.
Absolutely. And that's where the basic idea came from. I mean, now what we have on the album is definitely not Sega, so it's definitely a rock rhythm. But nevertheless, the idea came up because I had like an hour or so. I actually was listening to Queen and all these great tracks. So I thought, what a shame that Freddie Mercury is not amongst us anymore. And I thought it would be great to dedicate a song for Freddie Mercury. Listening to that Sega song the kids were doing there at the beach, I thought, it would be great to have something like in the vibe of We Will Rock You, but completely different rhythm. But just the arrangement would kind of be so close to We Will Rock You, just drums and vocals.
We will burn straight out of hell, straight out of hell. There's no tomorrow.
Straight Out of Hell is a track I had the idea of making, like playing with heavy metal cliches in a way of Rob Halford would probably do the lyrics somehow. And it's just about you, the way I like living, you know. I like living in the present. I like I like, you know, and also I like playing with cliches, with heavy metal cliches. It's a lot of fun for me, but then doing it in a very funny way. If you listen to the chorus line, it's just like, you know, a very funny track in the end of the day, and that's what I just like.
I thought it's great
Twisting it around.
because you had this headline, Straight Out of Hell could be like, after 2012, we survived the mess, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I saw
We
it.
survived.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention 2012.
Choose from the good days that come your way. See the years passing by.
Years is a track that I did that just, you know, says basically what you're doing. You're being born, and you spend a little bit of time here on Earth, and also during the year 2012. And then time passes, and maybe you give something to the world, or maybe you just live on and nothing happens. And in the end you die. And this is basically all there is, you know. I just thought, are you making up big words about things or whatever? Well, while writing a song right now, you know, I give a little bit of advice to people from what I know. It's like, you know, live your life a way that you don't run into difficulties or whatever. Or just do what you think you're capable of, rather than doing something that people tell you that you have to do. And that's basically it. Just 2 ideas in 1 track. Nothing more.
Never again I'll come too close to this desire. My mountain wings have just healed the sensitize upon it.
Fire Catch the Fly is, well, about a typical guy being attracted to that pretty woman, and you are actually telling yourself, oh no, rather keep away, because you know the end will be horrible again. So you already had some bad relationships, but nevertheless the girl is so hot, you can't resist. It's like a fly being attracted by fire, and you know you're coming close and you're burning again. But you have to do it. It's like a stupid fly is always attracted to fire. So you probably go to that pretty girl, and there you go again. Church breaks down, yeah, another speedy song with a this time very serious matter about the crimes of the church through the centuries, so to say. And because of the subject, you may imagine that this is a more or less serious song, as I said. Hard riffing, but nice melodies, still in a very more or less Helloween in a modern way, I would say.